Hello everyone. So maybe someone needs to hear this today also, as I need to remind myself almost every day. Uh, no matter what you have gone through in your life, what you have done, there is always a door wide open for you to mercy. You can always let the light in, no matter how much darkness you have in your life. It's just a decision. So maybe you have in your life something you are deeply ashamed of. Maybe you didn't tell anyone. Maybe you did something you are constantly thinking about, constantly reminding yourself of your flaws, of your mistakes, and maybe it's really something bad that um, you are deeply, deeply ashamed of, and you feel a deep grief and deep guilt. That's normal, and I would say that all of us, to the some degree, we have it, and maybe we even didn't share with anyone, and still it lives deep deep inside us, and it prevents us from happiness, joy. Maybe it also blocks us from achieving our goals, from moving forward in our life. So if this is your case, and maybe you really didn't tell anyone, you didn't share about your mistakes or about the bad things, let's say, you have done, you didn't tell anyone, and you think that you are alone, you have to figure it out alone, you have to improve yourself or whatever. It's the endless loop of hopelessness, and it leads nowhere. Actually, mercy is always available, but it is a decision, and you have to decide that you will leave behind all your suffering, and that you are willing to let it go and to give it to the universe or to God, let's say. Actually, it's a beautiful act of forgiveness, because you let go of your suffering, of your pain. So you do it at the first place for yourself. So if there is anything in your life you are deeply, deeply ashamed of, and you don't know how to carry it, how to figure it out, you don't need to figure it out. I think that all of us, we heard it, but it's just an intellectual information. We don't know how, very often we don't know how to live it, how to forgive, how to let go. We don't know. When it comes to our mistakes or to our pain, we are very often not able to do it, actually. Maybe this will help you. The amount of your pain, of your, let's say, bad things in your life, and the gap between where you are now in your life and where you would like to be, that's exactly the vessel for the light, for the change. That's not something bad. Of course, it can be a point of view that it is bad and you can live it all day long to the end of your life. But on the other hand, you can see it as a beautiful and a sacred vessel you have created for the light, and the light is waiting to enter into your vessel. But first you have to let go of your pain, of your negativity, of whatever you have inside. And that's actually how you can do it. That you can give it to God, you can give it to universe, and make a space in your vessel for the light. And if there is space and you are open and you have decided to move on beyond your limitations, beyond your pain, beyond your suffering, it will just happen. And then when the light enters, the darkness has to go away. So it's just an organic process. But you have to first you have to decide to do this, and then you have to make space in your vessel. But it's not bad. From this point of view, the worse your mistakes or the worse your life situation, then the bigger is the desire to improve it, actually. And then the bigger the vessel. So you can see your mistakes, your flaws like this. Whatever you have in your life, and it's a source of suffering and pain, and maybe you have it there for a long time. You have created a big vessel because probably you think about it every day, and probably you think about it every day how to improve your life, but from thinking you won't get the answer. So you have to recognize that it is a gift because you have built your vessel. Actually, your flaws and your mistakes, it's a gift. And now you can let go. You can give it to the universe, because the universe or God will never judge you. And there will be a lot of mercy or a lot of acceptance in this, and also a lot of light. And in this season, it is energetically actually a perfect cosmic window to do this work, just to let go of all our flaws and mistakes, all the bad things we are deeply ashamed of, and to move on with mercy. From my experience when I work with clients, but also from my own life, when we carry the deep shame, it very often blocks the process, because we are ashamed to even think about those things or to talk about them, even in our own head. But now you understand the process, that you don't need to tell anyone if you don't want. You just be honest with yourself. What is that causes you the pain? Then you decide that it is enough. You are done. You can move on, and you will give it to the universe. pass it over, move on with mercy. And once you make a space in your vessel, the light can come in. And this is the energetic of mercy, is just the exchange of energy, when you can replace the old you with the new you, maybe the dark you with the light you, and it's worth it. Of course, if you make a decision to move on and to let go of your negativity, you will need to do some changes in your life, so you can't obviously you can't stay the same, but it's worth it. And it can be like this, in a very merciful way, that you will use your sacred vessel you have built over the years of suffering and thinking the way out of the situation. You will let it go and let the light in. On an everyday basis, just check within yourself, what is your base, like the rock you are standing on. If it is the fear and doubt and self-criticism and ego, of course, or if your rock, your baseline you plug in is the universe, the universal intelligence, love, light, or God. And you can always make just the one little step and to change it. If you recognize that you are standing on the bad surface, bad rock, on the dark one, maybe some fear or doubt, and it actually creates at that moment the base of your life, you can always make a change, make a step, and to choose another rock. And I recommend to stand rooted in the universal intelligence, in the endless, in God, because then everything is available to you and you don't have to struggle, you don't have to defend yourself, you don't have to think that much. Actually, it's much easier. So check within yourself, where are you standing right now? If you are standing on the rock of ego, let's say evil inclination, doubts, negativity, fears, it's not you actually. You are on the wrong rock. You can move on and to choose another one. Always it is a matter of choice, of course, also with the letting go, with the mercy, with the light letting in. So I wish you a beautiful process of letting go, of being rooted, standing firmly on the sacred land, to be rooted in the universe. Take care and see you next time.